so if you have a roller and you need a little rolling out and you want to do that first, please feel free. Otherwise, we are going to go right away today. We're going to mix it up a bit. We're going on to our belly. So, and actually, you know what? I want to show you this. I want to show you something that you can do with a roller on your belly. And if you don't have a roller, a ball. And it could be any kind of roller, because all we need it to do is move in a rolling, it needs to be something that rolls. That's it. And if you don't have anything like that, that's okay. I'll give you tips for how you're going to do that too. So good morning, Diane. I'm just going to fix this a little bit. Here we go. So let's come with either, actually, you know what, before you come down on your belly, let me show you how you would use either one of these items. And then you can decide what you're going to use. So we're going to find a little shoulder retraction and release. And then we're going to find a gentle swan and release. So that's how the roller would help us. And then here's how a ball would help us. Same thing, retraction and release. And then swan and release. Good morning, Molly. And then if you have none of those, roller or ball, then you would just reach the arms, retraction and release, and then you just press down into the floor to lift up. Okay, so I'm going to use my roller, which will lay, and we're face down, excuse me, and we are planting our pivot bone as always. So anytime we're lying face down on our mat, we are planting the pivot bone, grounding the glutes, pulling the navel in and up, find the length of your spine, and then just notice with those arms overhead that that is a stretch in itself. And once you've seen what we're doing, we want to put our head into alignment. So our head should essentially be between our arms. And then we're just going to let the shoulders pull down and then up. Retract them down your back, and then bring the shoulders up towards the ears. Give me that a couple of times. And I want you to know that your shoulder blades, i.e. your scapula, are like these tectonic plates that are moving on the back of your rib cage. So you want to feel that motion on the back of the rib cage. And then on your next one, you're going to retract the shoulders down the back, pull the navel in and up, plant that pivot bone a little more and float up lightly with lots of length. Length being the main objective, and then lower. Good. Height is after length. Length comes first. Let's do that again. Draw the shoulders down. Plant the pivot bone. Pull the belly up. Find the length out through the crown of the head. And then back down again. Good. We'll do two more. And if you want to up the ante, this might depend on how long you've been awake this morning. If your body is a little warm, you might go a little higher. If this is the very first thing you're doing today, you might want to keep it a little lower, but a lot longer. And last one. Lots and lots of length. And then back down. Good. We're going to roll that away. We're going to take our hands back by our sides, roll our shoulders back and down, pull the belly up and in, squeeze between the shoulder blades to lift and lower. And this squeeze between the shoulder blades is almost like the motor for the movement. We want to keep our core connected, of course, but I want you to really draw those shoulder blades down and across. 3 more, with lots of length all the while. 2 more, keep that breath flowing. 1 more. And reach the arms back through. If you need a little break, you can always take that. Otherwise, we're going into lengthen to flutter. Reach the arms and legs long and strong. Draw the shoulders down the back. Keep going, keep lifting, keep fluttering. Good. Lengthen the back of the neck like someone came along with an iron and ironed out all the creases in the back of your neck. Good. Now send more energy out through the top of the head, tips of the toes, fingertips. Go further, reach even further. Draw that corset up and in to give yourself even more energy to reach even further. And then maybe a little higher. And we're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and melt. Melt completely. Take a big breath there. And then knees apart. Hands are going to go to the outside of the mat. Draw the shoulders down. Pull the belly up and in and press the floor away on your exhale. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Pick your favorite pace here. Keep drawing the shoulders down the back. If you prefer to hold a plank, that's a great option. If that doesn't work for you, any stretch that your body's asking you for. So listening to our bodies this morning, taking breaks when we need them, and focusing on the things that feel great for our body. And when we come upon something that doesn't, we stop and stretch or rest. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Good. We're going to support our head with a little pillow. Rest your head on that pillow. Reach your legs long and strong. Take a big breath and then levitate those limbs behind you. Pull your belly up and in. Ground your glutes oh so deeply and pulse your heels together. Little micro pulses, reaching longer, straighter, stronger, grounding deep like you're trying to clap the heels together behind you. Lifting, stretching, reaching further. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, squeeze the heels a little. So we have a diamond shape. Squeeze and lift the diamond. Good. So about, so think about lengthening that knee out a bit. Ooh, big deep breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep those legs lifted. Replant the pubic bone. Pull the belly up a little bit more. Point your toes. And now give me little switches here. Good. Keep working the rotation in your hips. Keep trying to open those knees out a little bit more, a little bit more. And then how quick can you go? Maybe you want to lift it a little bit higher. If that goes into your low back, bring it down a little bit lower. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. And rest. Good. Relax and release there. And then we're going to go ahead and warm up our hamstrings. Now this is when I have it taught a lot on Zoom because there's some detail here that might get lost. I hope not, so I'm going to do my very best to describe it. So you can actually come up onto your forearms, and when you're on your forearms in Pilates like this, with your belly down on the mat, you want to think of yourself like a sphinx. So you want those long arm bones pressing down, lifting up out of your shoulders. Pull your belly up and in, and send your pubic bone into the mat. So that's key. So we're not dropping into our low back, but we're really lifted there. Okay, now one leg is going to come in. 1, 2, 3. Reach it away as you lift it off of the mat. And then the other leg comes in. 1, 2, 3. Reach and lift. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Reach and lift. Good. Now keep going there, and we'll add a few ideas here. One is we don't want our body to rock with the leg bouncing there towards us, right? So we have to ground everything, and we want our hamstring to be the motor for the movement. If this is bothering your body, you're going to lower yourself down onto your belly and do the same thing without yourself up in the air like that. However, another thing I'm going to say you can add to this to make it more intense is point, flex, point, and reach. Point, flex, point, and reach. It's the lifting at the end that really gives you that last little bit of work. Point, flex, point, and reach. Good. Give me 2 more. Whew. And last one. Classic Pilates there. Let's come on down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself away. Find that child's pose. Really breathe into that. Big breath there. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Take 2 hands to the right side of the mat. Let your hips reach to the left side of the mat. Get that nice side stretch. Really sinking into the hips. And take it to the opposite side. And sink into the hips. 1 more big breath there. Reaching, breathing, stretching. And back to the center. We're going to push ourselves out to all fours and go right into our core connection. Inhale, soften the belly. Exhale, engage deeply. Pull the navel in and up. Inhale, soften with lots of length. Exhale, pull it in and up. Find that pelvic floor as well. Keep going, soft shoulders. So this pelvic floor to deep core connection. If for some reason you feel like, okay, I need more detail on this, please reach out. I am so happy to do that in a separate conversation after class or anytime. But the reason why I find this to be so important, you keep going there, is because this is truly the turbo boost to your core strength. finding this pelvic floor to deep core connection. So we're keeping our pelvis stable, our spine stable, our upper body stable, and we're just letting the belly release, the pelvic floor release. And then on the exhale, we think pelvic floor engage, deep core, navel to spine engagement. And then again, so keep going just like that for 2 more. And sometimes this works best when it's being practiced outside of class, because sometimes you just need like complete silence and not your teacher barking at you with all these instructions. So let's put that one on our to-do list for later today again. Let's tuck those toes under and bring your hips up high. Take a big down dog stretch. Let your head relax. Big breath here. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Those heels sink towards the mat. And then if you like, you can even tread through those feet. Big breath. Palms are like suction cups. Fingers are reaching long in all directions like big webs. Let's go 4, 3, 2. And then you can choose to hold a plank or undulate through your plank pose. So an undulation would move forward like a wave pushing us forward. We'd come through into a nice stretch out through our sternum. And then that wave would pull us back again. Big stretch. So if you want to continue with that, you can, or you can hold that plank whilst I go through 3 more of these. This being 3. We got 2 more. Good. Wherever you are, you're connecting to your core. You're lengthening your body to find deeper strength. And last one, big breath. Scooping, rounding, undulating through. And then find your way back to down dog. Everyone's in down dog. Getting a big stretch here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then down to both knees. We're going to come onto our forearms. We're going to bring our feet and knees together. We're going to extend our left leg long and square our hips. Squaring our hips would entail really dropping the hip of the leg that you just lifted and then pulling yourself to the midline so that you're not leaning into the standing side hip. And then we're reaching long and strong to pulse up. Good. Soften the shoulders. Reach that leg even longer, keeping your neck in alignment. Big stretch, big breath. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Now bend that knee. Tuck the tail a little bit more and pulse little pulses up to the sky, like your heels trying to reach up to your ceiling and punch out the ceiling. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rotate open from that hip. Everything's rotating. Extend that leg long, even longer. Stretch it like someone's pulling your leg. Micro pulses up, 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 up. Reach and stretch. Good. Corset is connected. Shoulders are working here. Long spine. Everything's reaching. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Bring it down. Whew. Take your hands out a little wider. Step the leg back. That was just the standing leg. And bring the leg that was just working through for a pigeon. If you have a preference for another hip stretch, like figure 4, you could do that instead. Good. Breathe into that. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. You're going to come down and just melt over that leg. Okay, stay there. I'm going to grab myself a tissue. One more big breath there. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up from that and switch back to both knees. Now back to our knees and our forearms. We're finding that core strength and that spine length. And same idea applies here as you start to lift. Keeping in mind we're dropping our hip into alignment. In other words, if I put a big full bowl of water on your sacrum, it would not spill here. You would be holding that right there. And then you're going to make sure as you look through to this leg here that you're not leaning into that standing leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, reaching 6, 5, core, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted. Tuck the tailbone a little bit more. Zip that core up a little bit more. Bend that knee and micro pulsing up to the sky. Go ahead, check in with your neck and shoulders. There's so much going on here. Run that mantra through your mind of all the things that we're always thinking about in Pilates. Soft shoulders, long neck, corset drawing in and up, pelvic floor to the deep core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate, open, and stretch that leg long. Now imagine someone came along and they're pulling your leg. Feel that stretch there. Pull that corset up and in. Micro pulses up, 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 up. Super grounded. Keep breathing. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5. Float up out of your shoulder sockets. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Done. Whew. Bring that down. All right, let's bring the standing leg back and the working leg through. Sink into those hips. Melt into them and find that big, beautiful stretch there. Ooh, deep inhales, deep exhales. Good. Soft shoulders down the back. Find lots of length and lift through the sternum if possible. It doesn't have to be a lift to the sky, but an energy through the sternum is going to help you elongate all through the mid-body there. And then all the way down. Come on down, rest into it. Melt into it. So this is one of those stretches where relaxing, releasing, and letting go is truly the best thing you could do for yourself. So focusing on your breath and then just kind of walking through your body and your mind and turning things off, turning off muscles that feel like they're just a little too tight. And it might take a couple of passes, right? Like you might be like, okay, I just walked through my body and turned everything off. Good. But then you might go back through again and go, oh, wait a minute. This is still here. Let's get rid of that. Let's let that go and then let that go, right? So we're just melting into it. Let's give it one more big deep breath. And then we're going to come up from there. Bring yourself up out of that and bring both knees to the floor, nice and wide. Press back to the child's pose briefly. Big breath. And then roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go to the middle of our mat. You can use your ball between your knees. And we're going to go with as much spinal mobility as we can in a seated position. So you might even hold on here if you like. But I want you to sit really tall, lift through your sternum, grow taller, reach, reach, reach. And then I want you to drop your head and tailbone forward, curve your spine, go back. And really try to open up that low back. And then lift and stretch and reach and curve. Good. Lift and stretch and reach and curve. Nice. Really think of your spine as if it goes way beyond your actual body. So that curve of your spine, think of it as though the top of the head and the tailbone are sending energy out as well. And lift. One more big stretch. And lift. Okay, now you're going to squeeze that ball, reach your arms long, tuck that tailbone around through the spine to roll all the way down. Good. You can do that exercise we just did right there in your car, at your desk, you know, after a little Netflix binge on the couch, anytime. All right, squeeze that ball between your knees, imprint and release. Imprint and release. Good. Squeeze the ball, soft shoulders, opening up that low back. Let's go 2 and 1. And then you're going to squeeze the ball, arms long and strong, push the feet into the ground as you imprint and sail on up. Nice and easy. Lift those hips up and then slowly back down. Easy breezy today, okay? So let's really think about moving through our spine more than anything else. We have taken this exercise and sort of broken it down into every kind of approach that you possibly can, and that's great too. But sometimes we just want to bring it back to the spine. So right now, today, it's all about that spine. Joseph Pilates was famous for saying you're only as old as your spine feels. Okay, let's go 2 more there. So taking great care of your spine. And on your next one, you'll go all the way up to stay up. And then we'll get back into some of that glute hamstring work. Lengthen your neck, press your arms into the mat. Now, draw your pubic bone towards your belly button, okay? You're doing your best Urkel, and you're gonna press up, press up, press up. Good, or Pee Wee Herman, or Jerry Lewis, or Ed Brimley. It depends on when you were born, okay? So one of those comedic icons, you're gonna find that like you're pulling your pants way up to your ribs. Let's go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lift, tuck, and scoop, and pulse. Little pulses into the ball. Soft shoulders, long spine. Good, we're here for 10. 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Done. Melt down. Woo. Okay, let's take that ball away, put it behind your head. We're gonna get a nice gentle stretch for our hamstring. We're gonna add that flexing point. Good, okay, speaking of Jerry Lewis, I was just thinking this morning about this funny moment years ago when Pascal, that's Tora, who's your son, my nephew, was really young and he was doing something funny, and I said, oh, you remind me of a young Jerry Lewis. And Pascal, without skipping a beat, said, well, that's offensive. I have never forgot. That kid is so funny. We're going to go to the other side, stretch that leg. I thought, does he even know who Jerry Lewis is? Why would that be offensive? I think he was about 6 years old when he said that. Good, big stretch. Flexing and pointing. Fall a little deeper into that stretch, breathing deeply. And then we're going to take both legs up. All right, here we go with some deep core work. So right off the bat, yes, this is our first quote-unquote core exercise today, but we've been working our core this whole time. So let's go into our L and lift. We've got the ball under our head. You can keep it there, or you can take it away. It's your choice. But we're going to really connect to our 4 points. Right, so reach those legs in both directions with lots of energy. You can stick with this L shape, or you can go to 2 legs next. So that would be 2 legs together turned out, lowering any amount and lifting back up. Good. And I know with everything we've done so far, our core should feel very warm, right? Now we're gonna go for our biggest, deepest core challenges that we can find for our body. So that's individual. So listen to your body, right? Let's go 2 more here. Pick your pace and pick your range of motion. Last one. Good. And then we're going to keep one, stretch one, curl your head up off of the ball, and stretch and grasp. Stretch and grasp. Good. So we're getting that big curl, if that works for you. And these legs have so much energy reaching from the core out through those legs. Energy begets energy. Reach even further. Now pick up the pace if you wish. Now again, you can support the head if you want to curl and hold, and breathe deep. We're here for 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Okay, we're taking the ball. We're going to put it behind or under our sacrum. I'm going to change directions here so you can see me from this side. I think I'm in the middle here. Yep. Okay, and that ball goes under your sacrum. Your legs go up to the sky, and we're going big, slow circles. Let the legs fall towards you. Open out, big, slow circles. Good. Reach those arms long and strong. Drop your rib cage down and keep that 4-point connection in mind. Arms are here to help you, so feel them reaching long and strong. We don't need our upper traps though, so shoulders and jaw are not here to help you right now. Keep them soft and engage your upper back and arms instead. Last one there, and then you're gonna change directions. Big, slow circles. Give your legs a chance to make a little adjustment in the pelvis and the hips if necessary. Sometimes the best adjustments happen in a scenario like this, because we're kind of relaxing, stretching, and working all at once. Let's go 2 more in this direction. And the last one. Good, and pull the knees in. So that move right there is like feet and straps on the reformer. Let's take the knees in, and if you've got the ball under your hips, you can do this nice sway side to side, keeping the ribs heavy and breathing deep as we go side to side. We're gonna put one foot down, the other foot down. We're gonna lift the hips up and roll back down without the ball. You can come back to meet you on this side. We are sans ball now. We're taking the hands behind the head, knees to tabletop, and we're gonna curl to hold the curl. Make the head a little heavier, extend a leg, lower it, lift it up, draw it in, extend to lower, lift it up and draw it in. Good, keep curling and breathing there. And we're working on pelvic stability and energy in all directions, making our head heavy in the hammock. Last one. Okay, now you can choose to do this next one with bent legs or straight legs. And we're going to start simply, but then we're going to mess with it a little bit. So the simple move is just tapping the toe down or lowering the leg down like we did with the L and switching to the other side. However, I would challenge you to maybe reach your legs a little further from you so that L is a little less like an L. We're more at that 45 or somewhere in there. Last one there, then take a little break. Now here's how we're going to mix it up a bit. Now, as the leg goes down, it's going to reach to the outside and then back in. So if it's a straight leg, it's going out to the side and back up, and then out to the side and back up. If it's a bent knee, it's just doing the same thing, but with a bend. Good. Excellent. Now notice how much that leg wants to pull you over there. And you're going to tighten up that core and stand your ground. Keep curling, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a little break before we do the third one. And the third one is the opposite of that last one, which is we cross under our body. Okay, so I will demonstrate that. So if I'm reaching my legs out, I'm reaching under to tap and back up. I might not even tap the floor. That really depends. Or your knees are bent and you're reaching under to the opposite side. Okay, so yes, your pelvis is going to move a little bit with this, and that's okay because that's really going to challenge your obliques. Woo. Okay, keep curling, make that head heavy. Notice how the entirety of your core is getting an extreme workout with this one. Good, keep that breath flowing. 2 more. Last one. Holy cannoli, rest your head. Pull those knees in and rock and roll your head side to side. All right, we are gonna roll like a ball. So just take your first one nice and easy. And then I'm gonna walk you through it from even simpler to more advanced. So let's start really easy, which is with our feet on the floor. And your hands can be in front of your knees or under your knees. Under is gonna be a little bit easier. And remember how we started today with that big lift and then scoop and curl? You're gonna use that idea. So let's start with the lift, and then as you scoop and curl, bring your legs with you, roll back, roll up, land your feet, and lift. So that's your first version, right? Okay, go with that. And try to really round out and open up your low back. Good. Now round out that low back so much that you round out that speed bump. And I can guarantee most of you know what I'm talking about when I say there's a speed bump there, right? So for me, it's in my low back, which is really a big challenge for me to round out in this case. So you gotta really find your deep core connection. And if you want, I just wanna show you like an egg on the table. If you wanna just rock back and forth right in that for a moment and try to round it out, just stay in that little spot there. Okay, then I'm going to give you your next advancement if you're interested, which is to say you would take the hands in front of the knees, you'd lift your feet off of the floor, and then you try to roll back without tapping your head and back up without tapping your toes. All right, so when you're ready, go ahead. Big breath inhales, exhales to roll. And then finding the balance. Good. Yes, excellent. Nice work. Give me 2 more of whatever you're working on there. Last one. And then we're all gonna come up and we're gonna put our feet down, let our knees open and fall forward into a stretch. Woo, big deep breath. That is a classic Pilates move, but it's been used in other forms, including there's a kind of workout called a primal workout, and they do a lot of cool things on the floor, and I was just watching a video yesterday and they included that move, which was cool to see. All right, let's go ahead and come on up. We are going to sit with one leg behind us, one leg in front of us. We're just gonna get a couple of side stretches in here. But sitting like this is a good stretch for our hips. And so you might feel it in your knee at first. Let's go into the side stretch. If you do, and you need to come out of it right away, just straighten that leg out. If you feel like, okay, maybe I need to explore this a little bit, stay here and let this hip release. Oftentimes that tightness in the knee is just because this hip needs to release and relax a little bit more. But you know your body, so listen to your body. Good. And let's go to the other side. So we're just gonna switch those legs to the other side. Good, sink into that hip, find the weight, and then big side to side stretch. Deep breath. Breathing all the way down into those hips. Deep breath. And last one. Good. And then I want you to find your favorite version of a squat. So you can do this with something underneath you, like a roller. If you don't have a roller handy, but there's a set of steps nearby you, you can go to the bottom step and do this. And we're going to sink into that. So we're going to sink into that. I did hear a great suggestion from another participant of they've been having me to sit on, so instead they went over to some railings in their house and they held onto those and then lowered themselves down, and they felt like they had a good setup for being able to then also pull themselves back up out of it. So that's a good option. So we're sitting in this position. This is such an important primal position for our body. And you can sit on something for a while. If that starts to feel like you're not getting much out of it, then you can kick that away and you can just come into a good basic squat without anything helping you. And we're just breathing into that. Deep inhales, deep exhales. If you want to move with that, this is a fun little move you can add to it, which is just a little sway side to side with the arms out and breathing with it. Good. And our whole spine moves. But listen to your body. If that's a bit much for your knee, then stay where you are. 4, breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can choose to sit down and come out of it or to press up. So you choose, but we are all gonna join up, standing off of our mat. You can stand on your mat, I should say, but we're standing on our feet. Grab a sip of water and then join me for some bar work. We'll do some bar and then some cardio. Okay, so if you need something for balance, you can always use a roller on its long end or a chair. The first thing we're going to do today is work our hip flexors. So arms out, and we're just going to lift the knee up slow and down. Lift it up, set it down. Okay, I'll go to the side. Good, and so we are challenging the balance of the standing leg. We want to feel our foot reaching out like those toes are a web balancing us. And then we're softening our shoulders and reaching our arms. Let's go 4 and down, 3 and down. Now if you notice yourself really leaning into this standing hip, try to hold yourself a little bit more to the midline, and we're pulsing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Reach those arms on the diagonal. Lift and lower. And lower. Keep going. 8 and 7. Reach further. 6 and 5. Ground deeper. 4. Grow up out of the floor with more energy. Pull that corset up and in. And 1. Now we hold here and we pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Energy. 5, 4. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. And take it down. We're going to take the arms forward and the leg back to tap and lift. Turn to the side here. And again, this is a great place to use a little assist if you would like it. So we're lifting and lowering. Good. You're going to have your arms out in front of you for now. Reaching like you're flying through space. 4, 3, from the glute, 2, and 1. Now, if you wish, you can dive even further forward to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Bring it through, shake it out. Shake both legs out, in fact, because this one just did a ton of work. And now we're switching to the other side, and we're going back to the lift and lower. Good. Second side's always hardest because there was a lot of work happening on both sides here. Good. Take your time to lift and take your time to lower. Set it down with intention. 4, 3. Good. And we're practicing keeping our pelvis stable as we do this. And now we're going to keep that leg up. If you're not sure about the pelvis, put your hands there and feel your pelvis stable, or bring your hands to the front, wherever you need that tactile cue. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Set it down. Whew. To the side. Set yourself up with so much energy. Lift and lower. Good. Keep reaching, keep grounding, keep breathing, keep going. For 6. Tap. 5. Tap. Corset. Tap. 4 points connected. Tap. 2. And 1. Stay lifted. Pulse. 10, 9, 8. Reaching further. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fancy counting going on there. All right, now we're going to the front. Reach and stretch. Lift and tap. Now, it doesn't have to get that high with this first one, right? Because we're still lifted. So we're creating this equal but opposite. That core is lifted. The glute is working hard. The low back should not be overworking here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then pitch forward if you like to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Woo. Shake it out. Shake both sides out. Good. All right, we're going to get into a little cardio. I'm doing the twist. Okay, oh, we should do the twist. I love the twist. My parents do this at every wedding. All right, we are going to go like we're jogging. Or sorry, like we're jump roping. Okay, we'll get back to the twist. The twist is so good for your core. There's so much goodness in that twist. Good. Excellent. So we're really working through our feet here. And we've got this jump rope. We're going side to side. Now, if you want more, you're going to go out and in right away. And if you want even more, you're going to add those arms out and in. The more we move our arms, the more cardio we get. But if we find ourselves doing that and think, oh my gosh, this is way too much cardio, but I want to keep going, then you would just take those arms out of it, right? And you would keep going. So you can always split it in half. Good. So wherever you're at, you're here for 10, 9, breathing, 8, 7, soft shoulders, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Roll the shoulders. Start a skip motion in slow motion. Good. And this is where we can stay. Opposite limb. So do this for me. Hold here and feel that gentle twist. And then switch. Find that gentle twist of your spine. So you're going one knee up and twist towards that knee. Beautiful. Now pick it up a little bit. Good. And then if you want to go up, down, if you want to move around, then you go into the full-on skip. Good. Moving around the space. Big deep breaths, but bring your core with you. So I want you to belly breathe here, because when we're doing cardio, we need to belly breathe. But we don't want to lose our core connection. So it's belly breath with a core connection, soft shoulders. And we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, so we are going to do the twist because it's so good for your core. And so I want you to draw your shoulders down. And you're holding space with one leg as you move the other. And you can start really slow and just get that gentle twist. Or you can pick it up and you can go down and up. And down and up. 2 more times on this side. And up. So cute. And down. I love it. And up. Good. Now to the other side. Start slow. And just get that going. Nice soft shoulders. Find that in the hip, in the core. Good. And then you can start to bring it down. And up. And down. And up. Good. And down. And up. 2 more, go down. And up. Last one, down. And up. And then bring both feet together. And we're going to do that same idea, but with arms reaching further. So keep control of your arms. You don't want them to go way back behind you. And then let's go up onto those toes and go side, 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 side. Go down if you wish. And back up. Back down. Core supports the spine. Keep breathing, go down. And up. Last one, go down. And up. Good. Okay, we're going to go forward and back. And forward and back. So this is a rock step, otherwise known as a ball change. And our arms are reaching in opposition. And we have a gentle twist in our spine. Good. If you've got that, keep going. If you want a slower version, I'm going to show you. It's rock front, rock back. Rock front, rock back. Good. Now, if you really got it and you want to go bigger, it's almost like you're bowling, like you're jumping into it, throwing a ball, right? And back. 6, breathing, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we switch sides. Rock front, rock back. Rock front, rock back. Good. Second side is always super hard for me. Good. It is not my dominant side, so I have to think harder. Now, let your spine twist with it, because that's really key to those shoulders moving in their proper alignment. If I tried to move my arms this big, but didn't allow my body to twist in that direction, that would not feel so good to my shoulder, right? Good. And now if you want to get bigger, like you're really traveling through space, make it bigger. Good. We're here for 8. Breathing 7. And 6. Nice and smooth. 5. And 4. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Woo, just shake that out of the shoulders for a moment. Good. We're going to sink down and we're going to go into our little tremor. So we're not even moving our feet off of the floor yet. First, I just want you to shake all of your muscles. Shake so much that your voice makes a funny sound. Good. And sink into it. And just shake it all off. We shake the arms, shake the torso, shake the glutes, shake the quads. Woo. And now you can start to move the feet and feel that shake just growing in the body. Good. And if you want to add some arms, you can fly up and down. Good. You can circle front to back. You can circle back to front. Woo. Let your spine go. Let your arms go. You can do a little side to side like we were doing earlier with the twist. Good. Keep breathing. Keep going. Make it up. Freestyle. Just dance. Go 10. Breathing 9. And 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Marinate on that for a moment. Whew. Okay. Last move. And this one you can just take the big, beautiful swing of it. So we're sinking down, swinging the arms up. Lifting them through our chest, swinging the arms back. So that's level 1. And that's a great level to be in. Really grounding your muscles like you're turning into a superhero every time you come up. If you want, you can lift onto the toes. So every time you come up, you lift your toes. Woo! That almost launched me off the earth. 6. Whichever version you like. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now come up in big arm circles, up and back 3 times. Breathe with it. Big arm circles, up and back 2 times. Woo, last one, big stretch there. And then grasp your hands behind you and take a forward round down to the ground. And let your arms relax, let your hamstrings relax. Let your neck relax. Big, deep breath. Soften your knees a little. Fall deeper into it. Breathe deeper with it. Release your arms if you haven't already. And on your next exhale, pull yourself up from the strength of your core, nice and slow. Pushing the floor away like a plant growing up out of the earth. Big breath. And there we have it. Whew. It is Saturday, 9:45. On the dot. We did it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I'll stick around to answer them. But if not, have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Bye. Great to see you all. Have a great day. Whew. You're welcome, Susan.